Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Secret Avengers number 3. There's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read your book, then come back later. What we get at the beginning of this issue is like a flashback, and it takes place in the Old West. This is about time of the Civil War, and it's nearing towards the conclusion, basically. You had somebody who was financing the entire, the Confederate side, and he's down to no money. And these guys here are looking for somebody. And they send a scout out, and the person disappeared. So the main guy here is like, well, show me where he was, or where he went to, where he disappeared, and then they ride off to the west, and then they disappear also. Now, that leads into Ant-Man tumbling through time and space, freaking out, obviously, and thinking that he's going to be fired from the Avengers. Now, if you remember last time, Steve Rogers was fighting this big armored guy, and he's like, Raj, he'll crush you, where is it? And Steve's like, whoa, wait, listen to me, I don't have it, it's, let me explain, give me some time. And then the guy's like, you're not lying, are you? And he's like, no, I never, sorry, he just says, never. And then that causes the guy to say, okay, tell me your story. And about that time, that's when Nova's helmet talks, and he's like, excuse me, did that helmet just speak? That was Steve Rogers, that is. So from here we go, the helmet's basically briefly explaining what's going on. Nova's building a construct. And about that time is when Valkyrie and then her team, Black Widow and them, go and attack. Well, Valkyrie's doing a good job cleaning house with her guys. That's when Nova with Serpent helmet comes after them. They fight, and she pretty much gets KO'd. And, I skipped a panel. While they were fighting, before Nova attacked Valkyrie, her, Black Widow and them, they got beat. So, anyways, they're noticed, the Valkyrie's attack destroyed the oxygen tanks, so to demonstrate further power of the Crown, Nova creates oxygen in this area. So Steve Rogers goes, whoa, shit, we got nobody left. He calls in the reinforcements and tells them to converge on the last known point. Well, while that's going on, Ant-Man sneaks aboard. Actually, not knowingly sneaks aboard, but he manages to end up inside the Shadow Council's Citadel. Now, the Citadel knew that he came in, through their alarm system. But because they can't find anybody, they basically deactivate the alarm, going it's a false alarm. Now, this time, we meet a new character by the name of Thorndrake, and basically Nick Fury's working security for Thorndrake, and they're basically looking for the Serpent criminals. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here because, technically Fury's with Secret, not the Secret, but the, whatever they were called. I forgot, but that secret group of heroes and whatnot from the Norman Dark Reign, and I can't really see Nick Fury working for this guy unless there's a reason. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's setting up a backstab type thing. So anyways, they're talking about the crown and how powerful the crown is and how they need the other crown, and then blah blah blah. You get the gist. So from there, Steve Rogers and his new buddy Archon, the Beast, they go to fight. And as on the way there, Archon explains that this is from the time of before the Sentinels, the Devourer of Worlds, whatnot. The Watchers, those who watch. So put two and two together, it's the Watcher. And then basically the Watchers created these Archon guys to be prepared and stop the coming of the great evil, and that's what Nova's trying to release. He's basically trying to open up a gateway, and then the gateway would release the great evil that's going to destroy everything. Now, I am oversimplifying things, but because I figure when you read this, you're going to want to know more about it, and there'll be some surprises. So, anyways, they gather up on top, and they get basically getting ready to attack, but what happens is Archon sees Nova in his little crown, and he freaks out. He's like, prepare for battle, and he jumps right on in. not realizing that he should have just waited to use some tactics. Well, Nova sees him, powers up, and pretty much takes him out with one hit, which is pretty impressive because Nova's powerful, but he's not. Well, I guess you could almost say he's that powerful since he destroyed Annihilus, but just demonstration of his power. So, the punch severely damaged him, and he can't repair himself in time, so it's basically up to these guys to take him out. Now, what's of interest here is it looks like Steve Rogers is going to put on the helmet, Nova's helmet. So I think that's what's going to happen is Steve Rogers is going to get an insane power-up to try to beat Archon. Overall, I thought the art was good. I think Buda Baker's doing a great job with the script. Now, I don't think this is like a 5 out of 5 type story, but I do find it very entertaining still. I think Valkyrie's hair at least looks a little better. And I'm really, really curious to see where this is going to go, especially with the Nick Fury angle on this whole thing. Obviously, they're going to stop Nova by removing his crown and then getting his helmet back on, and that should bring him back to normal again. So, but I'm still curious to see how it's all going to play out. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Oh, and also Ant-Man's going to do probably some shenanigans inside the Citadel. Who would you say is your favorite Secret Avenger? I mean, personally, I have a thing for Nova. I really like the character. I've liked him since he first came out in comics. He was that wimpy Peter Parker-ish character who's now actually become a much more powerful figure in the cosmic side. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more reviews up sometime maybe tonight or tomorrow. Depends on how much StarCraft I play. So, until next time.